This is Mark at Retired and Rebuilding, and I've got some ideas here. I want to pass something by all you guys out there and see what you think of my idea of this little contraption that I want to build for my car. I think it's going to make it far more comfortable to travel in, and I just need your advice. All you guys out there have built stuff for vans, I'm sure, for cars, for everything. I'm going to go out and do some extended camping trips. My idea right now is be gone for 30 days, be gone for a month, and come back for a month, and be gone for a month, and come back for a month. That will give me a big part of my goal of getting some independence and getting some time to myself, and I think it would be great to do it out in nature and camping. I think I can do very inexpensively. So, camping may not be for everybody, but I think if I can make it comfortable enough, a 30-day trip camping would be easy. And I think this device is going to help me do that. And I think this may be realistic. I've had some harebrained ideas in my past, but and this may be, but I want to pass it by everybody, put it out there, and let you guys see it and tell me what's right and wrong about it, and see if you can help me tweak my plans. First of all, here I'll show you what I've got is a view of the side view of my car and a top view of my car. Both of them I took myself and I tried to correct as best I could with lens correction to try to make it as accurate as I could, and then I did it to scale. I'm in Illustrator right now. I do have Illustrator on my computer, and it's what I plan and do different things, projects that I do. I usually work in Illustrator to design them and create the overall plan for it, and this is the same way. Here you can see the top view of my car. I've got a sunroof in my car. I want to utilize that to make my car more comfortable. Be able to heat it and cool it off of a 12-volt battery or off of a system, basically. The outside orange and the inside areas here show basically the base frame. That is how it will fit on my roof. I do not have roof rails. I do not have the bars going across. So it will cost me almost as much to make this box as getting roof rails and bars. So I'm trying to go the route of not doing that. I don't think I'm going to need to. I think I've got a way around it. It costs $700 to get the roof rails and bars put on there, and I just don't need it for this. So that's the base right there, the base frame. You can see from the side view the same way. The front of the frame is tilted slightly to give it a little bit of windbreak. Then you've got it follows the curvature of the roof. You've got this panel back here that is the back panel. You've got this panel up here that is the inside panel. This one piece of wood and no adjoining piece of wood, leaving this area completely open on the side. And as you can see from the top, it just covers all the way around my roof, all the way back to the satellite antenna, completely enclosing my sunroof. And that's what I plan on doing. I'm going to have a rubber seal around that, right the front area here where the AC section is, will be sealed off on the roof. And possibly not good enough to travel and not get rain in, but what I plan on being able to do is close the sunroof when I'm driving. I don't really need the AC on top for that. If it gets a little bit of water in there, it'll just get gone. So the only thing, it will be completely rainproof when you're sitting still. So if you see the AC section here, that box in the middle represents a 28 by 28 roughly the size of a 12-volt air conditioner that's available on the market. You can get one that both heats and cools, and they're reasonably priced. Like I said, I can get one of those for the price of the rails and bars. So if I can avoid doing that, then that will go a long way toward that. And that's the biggest expense of this box. So the AC section would be right here in the front, and it would seal off around my sunroof, and the AC would sit just above the base of the car. And as you can see from the side, when you turn the AC section on here, see, it is sealed, and then there is an air sealed area that here, and the seal here and along there gives that a completely air sealed area holding that frame that holds the AC just above the roof of my car, and it can blow down easily right through my sunroof area. So that's exactly the way that will mount on the base. Looking at it from the side, looking at it from the top here, it just mounts to the base around there, leaving plenty of wiggle room in my design around the outside edges for different sizes air conditioners, and then I've got a room for a 14 by 14 hole right up here in it that will be where the air conditioner goes through. And I don't see any problems with that, but if anybody does, please let me know. All right, if you turn on the AC section, that's that. The next part of the box will be the storage box. Simply going to be just a wooden box that sits on the frame back behind the AC section. It will have a door on it here. It will probably be hinged right here, so when the air is flowing by it, it will push it closed and not open. And it will be approximately 8 by 18 inches, and it will be open on both sides. So I can put a lot of stuff up there, but I won't put a lot of weight, just some of the bulkier stuff that won't hurt to get a little bit wet if that happens to leak. And I think I can make it pretty airtight, but it'll just have a door. Be a simple box with a door on both sides that hinges back, and you'll be able to put stuff in it and lock it back here on the back. Relatively simple. I have a top rail system. Have the rails that mount right in here, and as you can see on the top section, if you turn the rails on, the rails will come out basically the width of the car. I'm hoping not to make something that I hit my head on, and I don't think I will. But the rails will give me something to tie it down and something to lift it off of the roof, with help, of course. But they'll be available, all the way through, and they'll be at the level of that right there, not on top. So you'll have the ability to tie them down and the ability to lift it off using these rails. With a little help, no more weight than this is, it'll be easily lifted on and off the roof. So won't be any problem to do that at all. And I can get my son-in-law to help me, and we can just simply grab these two bars, and you can also tie it down very securely. I've got these straps planned for that. Once you see on the other layer, also that shows you the sunroof location in terms of the air conditioning. Most of those are blowout here to the front, and I think most of the air vents are going to be up toward the front area, so it should easily be able to go down through the sunroof. And water sealed area, and of course I'm going to put solar panels on the very top. Based on measurements, the solar panels, if you look at them over here, they are 30 by 55, and I put two side by side, which should be a total of 60 inches long. They'll go from the very front edge of the roof of the car all the way back to right about where the antenna is. And of course, because they're high, they'll clear that antenna. They'll come over the edges of the car just slightly, but they will also cover up the edges of those rails. So it'll give me a little bit more to either bump my head on or hopefully see and miss. So, and I don't think that's going to be a problem because they're really right on the edges of the car. So I think that's going to work out okay. But you can see there the solar panels on the very top. We'll go right back down through the layers again. Turn those off. You can see the rails here, the box, the AC, and the AC section. From the side, you can see here where the solar panels are on top. If you turn the solar panels off, you see the top rails, which should come out here, here, and here. And turn those off. And then the air seal section to the inside will be there. The AC unit in base. And that one little green section there, I don't think I mentioned before, this little piece of trim that I'm going to put right on the outside on both edges. So when the condensation and water that collects when it rains that comes in there can run down that trim and run off of the front of the car and won't be dripping down on you when you're trying to get in and out of the car. That'll be on both sides. So if it rains, water will come in there and should drain off the front. Back here, it'll just be on that box. It won't matter. So then you've got the storage box. When you turn it off, I'm going to turn off the sunroof, and that is the side section. The water seal will be a rubber seal that runs along that contour and runs along here, here, and here on the vertical sections. And in other words, if you see it over here, you turn off the storage box, the rails, and the AC section, you're going to have that rubber seal all the way under all of these sections, but especially under that section right there. Keeping that as airtight as possible so you have good airflow in and out of the car from the AC unit that sits on top. And I'm going to bring all the electrical down on the side, right off the back, on the side, right down the side. And if you look at the side view of the car, I'm going to bring it down right up here and probably right back down here and along the back in the wheel well and under and back into the seal of the car. So I can get it on the passenger side where the battery box will be and have all that power going down there, and then you'll still be able to open and close the doors. And the cords will run all the way down to a lower section of the car where when water runs down those cords, as it will have a chance to drip off and will not be able to turn and run back up inside the car. And that way I have no electrical going through the sunroof, none going through there. So when I'm driving, I can close the sunroof, or if it leaks, when it's raining, then I can always close the sunroof. I will also, I'll be able to, it should seal and everything should work to the, if it's sitting stationary and the rain, based on the slope of the roof, and that this box will be sealed here on top and it can't get down through it, and it can run off the sides on either side before it can leak down through it, then I don't think we're going to get any water in there, and I'll be able to sit there and use it at any given time with the sunroof wide open. Given the rain, it don't matter. And that will be able to both heat and cool right down through there at any given time. As long as I'm driving, I don't need it anyway, so I just close up the sunroof. And when I'm parked and stationary, I just open it and I can keep my car heated and cooled. And I can camp anywhere I want to. I always hang out in the back seat right back here on the passenger side and watch TV and stuff, so I can be very comfortable when I'm doing that anywhere. If I pull into Walmart one night, I'll be very comfortable, both heat and cool. No matter if if it's cool weather or hot weather, anything, I'll be perfectly comfortable inside there. And it'll be very difficult to know that it's running. It'll be very quiet, and if people get close to it, they'll probably hear it. But not that I'm trying to make it hidden. Obviously, it's going to sit up there pretty high, and overall, when you look at the overall height, this box right here represents the overall height that it will be off of the higher part of my roof, and that will make it about 11.5 or almost 12 inches total height. And that's not that bad. If you get a roof rails and bars and put one of those boxes up there, you've got more than probably going to be a foot in height there. And it's not doing you any good except for the storage. And I've got some storage, but this is mainly built for the AC unit. So I can keep my car heated and cooled, and I can camp anywhere year-round, sit out by a fire on a cold night and enjoy the fire, and on a bitterly cold night and out camping somewhere. And when I'm all done, crawl into a nice warm car, and that's where I sleep, and that's where I can sit and watch TV for a while. And I can't find a whole lot of problems with it, honestly. I'm trying to pick it apart and find what won't work. And I do this, I design it, and I tweak it, and I think it through carefully. And once I put it out there and I want you guys to look at it for me, I would like your input on this and to see what I'm trying to do here. I hope the display was understandable enough, but I want to build this pretty soon, because it's going to make my car very comfortable. If I can do this in the next couple of months, that would be great. I have a plan that will give me the money to do it, and I think I have the tools and everything that I can make it work. So please take a look at my plan. See what you think. Give me criticisms. Tell me it looks stupid. Give me some useful criticisms. And if you have any ideas of tweaks that I may need to make to the design that would make it better, then that would be great. I do plan on adding some stuff to it, like lights and other stuff like that. But that should be fairly simple. So, but that's the overall design. And y'all take a look at it. And I'm wanting to do this in order to further along my goal of getting some freedom and some time away. And this will give me the ability to go and travel and go about anywhere, really, in my car that I've already got without having to buy a van. And I'm pretty comfortable in there. Until one day I can get a more comfortable vehicle, I think this will go a long way in making it possible for me to reach my goal of being able to have some freedom and have some independence. So take a look, give me some feedback. Maybe it's a crazy idea, maybe it won't work. I know the one thing that will be mentioned probably is the how to paint it and make it where it's not going to fall apart. If it's made out of wood, it's going to fall apart when it's made outdoors. There are ways of doing that. I can paint it. It don't necessarily have to last for 10 years. I'm just trying to make something that's going to last for maybe if I can get 4 or 5 years out of it. And I think I can put some heavy paint and coatings on it that will make it relatively easy to make it last long enough to work for me. And then the AC that I buy, which would be the vast majority of the cost on it, can easily be transferred to a van once I get a van. So I see. I hope this will work, and I really want to make this happen. So give me some idea what you think. I'd love to hear it, no matter what it is, good or bad. But thanks for tuning in, and let me know if you've got any questions. Thanks.